Hey everybody, good morning, afternoon, depending on where you're at. I didn't get this camera set up before I started the live, so now I'm probably making me all dizzy trying to move it all around. I'll sit all the way back in my chair off the camera. I'll sit here and wait awkwardly while we wait for YouTube to tell people we are on. Hello, one person, two people. Probably my husband and my son. Good morning, afternoon, everybody in the YouTube land. Hey, how are you doing? Okay, are you still sitting there, Carrie, and like thinking about the things you need to get done, or did you actually get up to get going? Good morning. Lily is feeling a little bit better today. I just keep dousing all of the kids in elderberry syrup, and she's still got like some sniffles, but yeah, Travis volunteered. He wanted to be in the picture with me. Came in and he was like, hey, I'm not going to do the live with you, but I'll totally take the picture. So Travis did a lot in the vlogs this week. He was pretty active this week. But Lily was feeling good enough. The chickens are out doing something. And she was like, oh, I'll go do it. I'm like, okay, if you're feeling good enough, you want to go out and do it, go ahead. So I think she's definitely in the process of feeling better. Man, I'm telling you, this weather is just like, I know we sound like broken records because we say it all the time, but literally we are going between like every season, every week, every couple days, we're swinging 20 and 30 degrees. And then we wonder why everybody keeps getting like sniffles. And Lily has a lot of allergies and stuff like that. So I think that's what's really messing with her, because stuff like starts to bloom and then it stops and it's back and it's freezing cold. So it's kind of just all over. I know, if I could just, Morgan was asking how you're feeling.
The show, Miss Sniffly Pants.
Miss Sniffly Pants.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm doing better. A little better than I did yesterday and 2 days ago.
You're just still a little sniffly.
Yes. And I have headaches sometimes.
See, it's like that in Texas. I think it's like all over the place. This year, it's just very, very weird weather patterns for everyone.
I know.
Yeah, Travis was all in it this week. It was nice. Let me fix this chair. This is like awkward.
This is more awkward fixing it.
Well, I was trying to keep my cute pillow. My brother-in-law got me this super cute pillow.
Well, you don't know what it says.
Well, it's backwards, but
it says family.
It says family. All right, let me try this.
Not Yamily, it's family.
You need to brush your teeth, kiddo.
I know.
Oh, it's not working on there.
I brushed it.
Try this. Maybe this works. Good morning, Julianne. So the car stuff is going very bad. We thought we had it fixed. We did have it fixed. Brandon, they did the serpentine belt, the idler pulley, whatever they did, and everything was working. And then a couple days ago, whatever, that's when we went out and the car was completely dead. Gina, who you guys all pretty much know, her husband was is a mechanic for European cars. So I was Marco Poloing him yesterday, asking questions. Glasgow's here. Trying to figure it out. It doesn't look like it's the alternator, actually. It probably is another problem with the battery. And to get our battery, you have to be able to get under the passenger seat. Ooh, that looks really creepy. I just have Pandora playing in the cover for whatever this, it's just like the instrumental folk channel, is apparently that guy's face. And that's kind of creepy looking.
Well, don't look at the back.
So don't look back there for a minute. Anyways, you have to be able to get the seat completely moved up in order to access the battery. There you go. And so I don't know, it's a whole mess. Nothing's working. We finally were able to get it to at least like with a charger plugged into it, be able to get the seat to move it. Now he sent me videos, so we got to try to get to it, because apparently it's like a super pain in the butt to try to even get to our battery. We got to get that out. We're going to have to it's a whole thing costing money that we don't have like at all. So we won't be able to get it fixed now, but we want to at least get the battery out.
I had money to go to.
Have my brother-in-law take me to one of the auto stores so we can like confirm for sure it is this. And then when we get the funds, we'll have to purchase a new battery, get all that in, and then go and get everything tested and hope there's no other issues. So that's it. Yeah, creepy upstairs vlog instead of creepy. I'm trying to go back and see. Hey, Heather. Yeah, Carrie, you guys are probably going to be spending a lot of time in the shelter this spring if you live in Tornado Alley. It is very, very weird this year.
Tornado Alley? Who's in Tornado Alley? I need to tell Travis. Travis loves tornadoes.
I know. Yeah, we're hoping. I mean, we're a one-car family, so when you don't have a car, you don't have a car. And of course, we live out in the boonies, so it's not like you can really get to anything if you don't have a car.
Can you buy us a
I'm
horse?
so thankful that my brother-in-law is here, so at least we have someone that we can be like, hey, can you please run me here? Can you please run me there? So that is definitely a great blessing, and we're thankful, for the Lord's grace in that. Yeah, if he wasn't here, we'd be in really big trouble because we literally have no access to anything. Oh my gosh, yes, that is a genius idea, Carrie. I would be definitely putting some time into dressing up my shelter if I were you guys too. Yeah, the car. I'm trying, honey. I can only answer one thing at a time. I know, and so you just reading them to me doesn't really. Yeah, it could always be worse. And so this is a great, it is what it is. And hopefully we'll be able to get it fixed. And hopefully there won't be anything else. And if there is, I guess we'll figure that out when we get there. I don't know what to do. It's hard because it's a very sound car, minus, these are just kind of, things that happen. And it's almost paid off. And I don't know. That's what I said yesterday and I posted. I was like, you know what? I don't care. I'm getting a horse and a buggy. Done deal. I'll put my little triangle on the back.
If you get a horse, they don't have these kind of issues.
Exactly.
You just gotta not run it too much. So you're break.
Fine by me. I'd totally do that.
But if we get a horse, I'd wake up and just riding on it.
Yeah, GoFundMe for a horse and wagon. I love that. I tried to find, I found these people that they do like the old like gypsy wagons to travel the country and everything by horse and buggy, and tried to get Brandon into all of that. And he was like, honey, this is crazy. We can't do that. And I'm like, you're weird. We totally could.
Do you think a buggy would have issues like that? Or is that why you want
we just got to learn how to fix the wheels, axles and stuff. There's always going to be a problem with something. We'll just start walking everywhere. That wouldn't be fun.
Hey, you'd be in better shape if you just walked.
That's true. That's true. If we had to walk everywhere in this town, we would be in better shape.
Let's go to Tennessee and see Nan and walk.
So you guys, the only time I usually spend in our living room is in the evening when we curl up and watch something, and it's dark, and so I don't really think about it. And it's not until I do these lives that I remember. These are still my Hanukkah. I printed out some little Hanukkah decor things and put in here, and I totally. There's a sheep sleeping on a bed. That's kind of weird. But I don't think about it until I come in here and I see my Hanukkah pictures.
Are outside like sheep.
Yeah, I totally need some alpacas. I know the horses aren't cheap, but I don't know. I still feel like there's something about if we have to spend money, but it's on a horse. Okay, I had horses when I grew up, and I totally miss having them. I'm so glad to hear that, Emily. I know everybody's got all the yucky things going on.
Mom, look, but the humans are acting like sheep.
That's kind of weird. So I love having Pandora just playing. I totally forgot that I had. No, I started a Pandora account 15 years ago. I don't know. I had it forever ago, and I
used to have Pandora.
Love that I can pull up just instrumental music and whatever, and it just plays, and there's less ads than YouTube. So when we got, I think a horse would be more cost effective. We have plenty of land for it to graze on and eat.
We just don't have.
But we have the Roku now that Karen gifted us. So I love that I can just I would try to ride an alpaca. We could totally figure that out. Come on, Brandon. But anyways, I love that I can put Pandora on here, except for now we have to deal with whatever crazy artwork
I'm the animal there, so I can figure
out. So I don't know if you guys got to see the vlog that went up today. I actually stayed on track and we vlogged all week. We got school done pretty much all week too. It's the end of the week because Lily really wasn't feeling well.
I kept asking.
Hello, Gigi. And then Travis, oh my gosh, I don't know if you guys saw it. You're sitting on the arm of the chair, baby. Travis was working on a paper yesterday. The kid wrote until forever. He did so good. It was fantastic. Yeah, he did really, really well. Brandon at the alpaca rodeo. Oh my goodness. Honey, you would love it. It would be so much fun.
We're supposed to have rabbits, right, Mom?
Yes, I think we need to get Brandon going on this. Okay, you guys are so good. Honey, it's so hard to concentrate when you guys come in and you do this. Travis got his paper done, though. He worked so hard yesterday. He did such a good job. Did you ever brush your teeth? Why is it so hard to get kids to brush their teeth? New meeting to a traveling AMP church. We should do it just to record Brandon's reactions to the expanding farm. Oh my goodness. I know. There's so many things we could do. I know. We need to get Brandon on board with this. Pretty soon, Lex, you and I will just go and we'll just pick up all of this stuff and bring it here, and he'll just wake up one morning and we'll be like, oh, surprise. Hey, Karen.
Rabbits to his face.
Okay. So Travis did his paper. He did so good. We got to watch the first episode of Charlemagne last night. Yeah, he did fantastic. I was so unbelievably impressed with him. He did a great job. And I was amazed at how many things, because again, I went into watching it he won't make us send them away. If we get all the animals and we have them here, like Brandon's all talk, he'll say like, oh, rah, 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 I'm grumpy, but he won't actually send them away. So we need to just do it.
He said that was Zoe and Jerry.
Yeah, he says that all the time.
He said it would do.
Look at everything that's here. He's constantly trying to shoot down my dreams, and then yeah, exactly, Carrie. That's Genie come from church members who we love, and it is our duty to serve. He is not going to send them back. Exactly. So we all just need to work together on the new tithing program. I told him while we were watching something, I don't remember what it was. I was like, honey, we need to have like a Bible themed petting zoo here on the property that people can come and tour, like homeschool groups and church groups and things like that to
and
come and do.
Be
like
miserable because we love them too much.
Exactly.
They want to be like mine.
Exactly. Well loved. I mean, we've already trained chickens to love snuggles. We have one that stands in the window and waits for Lily to come rock her every day.
I can't do it because I'm sick and she's
all right.
mad.
Heather, we just need to coordinate transportation and those types of things. So y'all roll up with goats and sheep. Yeah.
Goats and sheep?
Yeah, exactly. Love such and such family. Yeah, he wouldn't do anything about it. He'd be like, oh my gosh. And the next thing you know is you would see him out there doing his little morning walk with all of his little buddies just trotting along with him. Like he does, because he's Mr. like Chicken Whisperer and the turkeys and everything else. Karen says hello.
Yes,
you too. So anyways, we need to get on this because we could totally make this work. And Brandon is a lot of talk. He would act like he's all grumpy. And then Brandon doesn't already have blood pressure issues, does he? Actually, he does. He's got some pretty serious blood pressure issues. But I think it's actually good for him. Like he loves just going out there and watching his chickens and doing the things.
He's gonna watch his rabbits, his goat, his sheep, his cows, and his pigs.
Yeah. E-I-E-I-O. It is good.
Old McDad had a farm.
We just need to figure out the fencing issues, because if the chickens go across the street one more time and dig in our neighbor's yard, it will make him lose his marbles, I think. Karen, let's get on it. Come on. Prime 2-day shipping. Get them over here. Sorry.
Amazon has pigs.
Let's do it. Animals are very therapeutic.
I don't know what that means. Therapeutic.
Like a therapy, you can use it. Like it's very calming. You work with your animals and do stuff. Just not roosters. Roosters are not good for his blood pressure.
I like
Lily
roosters.
likes the roosters.
But I've had a rooster.
Yeah. So we should totally get on that. Make that happen.
So
look at him, honey. They have goat exercise classes so you can calm down with goats. Honey, look at all of these resources that your loving church is bringing out for you.
Goat.
Oh my goodness. See, guys, the angry faces, though, he's all bark and no bite. Just ignore him. He'll be cranky for a minute, like, this is awful. I don't need all of these animals, yada, 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 reasons and excuses, but nothing will come of it.
Hey, Dad, since you're on here, if we got free animals,
let's all pray for Brandon and his heart, and then for the provision of a farm.
Wait, Alan would never come to our house if we got him.
Oh, he would. He's all talk too.
No, he wouldn't. He would not go to our house.
They're all talk. They all like to act like they're tough, and Heidi can't have her dream of having all of these farm animals.
Remember
but-
my idea? We're supposed to
Yeah,
have
I don't know.
pigs.
Goat yoga does sound pretty satanic. Maybe we'll refrain from that one. Now I'm scared what his next podcast will be about.
Can I do it with you? Go.
Oh, yeah. Guys.
Just you don't need to do it.
I will be smiling as I drive away very quickly. Yeah, one morning we're just going to hear like all of a sudden like like the brakes hit and like all this like stampeding off of a ramp. Sorry, I keep bumping you.
That's
And
fine.
then we're just going to hear like tires squealing and we'll know that that was
Mine-
one of you dropping off a load of animals and then taking off as fast as you can. There is an alpaca farm not terribly far from here. I think Heather, you brought it up. We talked about it like last year.
Is it Tennessee?
But they had a booth at the little festival we went to in town during the fall.
Oh yeah.
And so I've been thinking about it more and more. And I'm like, we should totally do a vlog
We
homeschool
need to go to
trip.
that one guy's house.
I
We
know,
need a car,
I know,
too.
I know. This one guy gave me his info and apparently he has like
We call him the guy.
ridiculous amounts
He
of
has a miniature donkey or horse.
donkey. I don't remember. Anyways, he's got a bunch of animals. Yes,
I
that
gotta hold on.
doggy back here who's now sleeping, so he's kind of blending in with the thing. Annie's behind Lily's big old head. Is Glasgow.
Mine has
That
bigger
is
because of my
Mike,
hair.
Brandon's brother. That's his dog, Glasgow. Hey, Jess, how are you?
We're like all in love with him now.
He is a very sweet dog, except for he's older. And he wants to assert his dominance against Jerry,
So they
our
each
dog.
take turns going in the
And
house.
Jerry's like trying to be cool with him, but if Glasgow goes and tries to get up on him, like Jerry's gonna stand up against him and he would probably hurt him because he's younger and stronger. So we have to keep them separated. Yeah, I'm thinking of reaching out to them, being like, hey, can we come and totally vlog your farm and like have fun and play with your alpacas? That way we can tell my husband how awesome it is, and I'll take all of the kids so everybody's like super on board with it. So yeah, so much for minimalism with all of us in the church. Okay, again, good point though, Carrie. I was trying to share. I don't know if you guys see the vlog yet today because I went to bed before it finished exporting last night. You guys, putting videos together and exporting them and uploading them takes like hours upon hours. So I slept in with the baby this morning because she wasn't feeling good last night. So I was wanting to give her like as much like snuggle and rest time as we could. I think she's doing okay now. But elderberry syrup for everybody. But yeah, so yeah, that's exactly how you guys travel somewhere. So anyways, I just got the vlog uploaded this morning, but I thought it would be an interesting topic to kind of talk about just that aspect of minimalism with kids. I got a couple interesting messages this week that I guess kind of like prompted it. So I thought it would be a neat thing to kind of throw out there to you guys, because I think I'm going to do a lot more with it with the homemaker videos that are coming out on Monday. But, I got one message that was like, hey, I'm going to be totally honest, but I totally judged you guys. When I first started watching your stuff, I totally scoffed at you guys and was judging you because like, you're not minimalist, you're not, doing things the way a minimalist should, and things like that, and then she was like, but, I started watching more and understanding, the heart of it. But I think that's something that's so interesting is we get messages on like both sides of that spectrum. So we get some people who are like, you guys are nuts. I don't know how you live like that. There's no way I could ever manage. And then people on the other side that are like, you don't do a good enough job. You are not, how dare you use that, whatever. And so I think it's, an interesting thing. And I've noted it before, multiple times, but again, I think it's a mindset. For us, the idea of minimalism came, the idea of minimalism for me really came from the more and more I started to grow spiritually, and I started to really be in the Word and studying Scripture, doing all of that. I really started to look at the heart of the issue and how I thought about stuff anyways. Like, okay, can you guys go do that somewhere else? Yes, and you guys please keep Travis in your prayers. I know Lex is updating everyone on here, but
game?
He has back issues and he hurt his back again. And so he's still really sore and kind of hanging in there with everything. So please, you guys keep lifting him up. Have you posted an update on the board, Lex? I don't think you have. Exactly. What's less for you is more for someone else. And that's something that I keep, I make sure to always share, but it's interesting just the comments you get. And then people, like I tell people, there are a lot of us in our family. Minimalism for us is going to look vastly different from, someone living in the city with one child, or something like that. Like, it's just not going to be the same for everyone. But I think it's your mindset. So the more and more I was growing spiritually, the more and more I was really feeling convicted, like, what am I doing? Why am I so concerned with gathering up stuff here? Why am I so concerned with the things of this world and the things it has to offer? Like, why am I so focused on that? And thinking that my kids have to have all of the stuff and they need all of the things and I need all of the gadgets and all of the stuff. So that was really a big thing for me, where we really started kind of looking at all of that. And then I think a lot of that really, trickles over into the kids and what you're doing with them. Yeah, the more you desire Jesus, the less you desire the things of this world. Yes, I love Karen DeBoe. She is so sweet. Simply Living for Him. She wrote in our magazine when we were doing that. She has a podcast and a channel and Instagram and all of that stuff. I love Karen. And I really think that's it, is the more and more growing and desiring Christ, the more and more I was just stopping and looking around. I'm like, who cares? Like, why has this been such a big focus and such a big thing? It didn't make sense to me anymore. And so, no, I don't think minimalism is about having a perfectly empty house or perfectly styled everything, and different stuff. I mean, there's some people that's what works for them and that's where they're at. But I don't think it's about, counting every item you have and making sure you don't have more than, X number of items in total in your house, whatever. It's about having just what you need and not hoarding onto excess and not putting your focus and attention into things, really, is where I, really think it's important. And so, I got a lot of questions with, how do you practically apply that with kids, and their stuff and bringing all of that together. And honestly, with kind of just the holiday season and just chaos and being crazy with, my focus and attention being, intentional living, I think is a better way. Oh, good. Drive safe. Really starting to focus on what we really need. And that's why I wrote that Minimalist Home ebook, because that was my process, where I started going through each one and I'm like, okay, what do I absolutely need? And what is just excess, just, clutter and stuff. Yeah, people do almost worship minimalism. And that's why I changed the name from Minimalist Homeschool to Heavenly Minded Homeschool, because I got so sick and tired of people missing the point. I'm like, no, the point isn't to worship minimalism and worship this like magazine worthy home and all of these different things. My point is focus on Christ, and you don't worry about all of the junk and all of the stuff. Like, that's not what's important. And that's absolutely why we changed it. Yeah, the ones that, they get rid of all the furniture and you just sit on the floor now. There's like a little pillow maybe, and stuff like that. And it gets crazy. And then anything can become an idol. But I was looking around and just, I've really not stayed on top of, another thing is you don't just like do it once and then that's it. You have to keep, doing all of the things. But we did go through a period where we gave every person one fork, one knife, one spoon, one plate, and Brandon carved your initial into it, because I was so sick and tired of everybody going through so much stuff just carelessly, that I was like, hey, you get one, stay on top of your stuff. And it really taught us a lesson. But not saying that that's what you have to do and do that all of the time. But I have really kind of been, I've shared with you guys, we've got some house projects we want to get hopefully working on, Lord willing, be able to take care of a few things. And then just from the holidays and being super busy with, hosting and having, just so much going on with the church and not really being able to take care of the house and keep up on things and stuff, kind of just getting chaotic. I'm like, and I really feel like when the weather starts to change, I really get like, okay, I want to take care of this stuff. I want the house open. I want stuff clean. I want to go through stuff. but I am going to be doing that. I think, and I might as well just share it with you guys with the Monday Homemaker videos. So point being, if you guys have any questions or things you want to see or stuff like that, definitely reach out and let me know, because I'm going to go ahead and start kind of working through the house and working through those steps and those processes. Like the girls' room has gotten totally out of control with family giving them, you know, money here and there, taking them to the thrift stores. They've collected so much stuff and it is out of control right now. Their room is one room that we would like to try to get fixed up. And so I was like, all right, in the process, we're getting all of this done. But I think it is a constant process. I feel like I get everything done and then a little bit of time goes on and I do the process again. And your seasons change. There's some things that might be like stuff you absolutely need right now, but you know, 3 months from now, maybe it's not needed so much as kids grow and things change. I think it's definitely a process that we keep going on. So yeah, minimalism for us is never going to be, you know, absolutely nothing. Are you kidding me, Jess? Her husband said that you could homeschool all 3 girls this fall. Oh my goodness, why did you not lead with that the moment you got here? Yes, Carrie, you go finish all of your stuff. That is amazing. Look at that. How we have been praying and praying and praying, and look how God has worked and moved in his heart. That's Carrie. Carrie is just for me personally. Oh my goodness. I am so happy for you, Carrie. Praise God. That's amazing. I am so, so, so excited. And give it time. You know what? Lex and I did a Mary More Than Martha. I don't remember how long ago because it's been forever since we've done any. But we did one talking about homeschool and like what to do and what to expect when you start homeschooling type of a thing. That might be helpful for you. That is amazing. You probably need to go post to the church page too because we're all so excited. But that is amazing. That is so cool. Uh-oh, Karen. I'm not even starting in on that. Super amazing. See, it was God's will. And when we align ourselves to his will and we trust in his will, we get to see it all come together. Yeah, with gardening, we've got a lot. I didn't get to finish doing, sorry, I'm making this whole thing like move around while I do this. Yeah, raised beds are super easy. So that way you just like put it up and put your stuff in there and let it go. We didn't get to finish doing a lot of planning this week, just with everything and then the car and then all of the stuff. It was kind of chaotic and crazy, but I will be continuing to work on that. We've made our list of what we want to grow. So now I just need to do a little research into figuring out, you know, the best types and things for our zone. You can get ones that are already made. Just go on like Pinterest or something, Karen, and search like DIY raised garden bed. There's so many ones. Exactly, Erica. That's like the huge thing. Good luck with your homey things, Lex. When you minimized our home, and cleared our surfaces from the tons of clutter, we found it so much easier to stay on top of the cleaning and way less overwhelming, and it helped me to stay on top of it. That was such a big thing for me and a huge reason why I prefer to keep things minimal and clean, because the kids can be wild and crazy, things can be whatever, and it takes me 30 minutes and the whole house is back to like set and ready. And so I feel I stress a lot less about it when they're like just being crazy and messes, because I know that I'm going to get everything cleaned up in, you know, 30 minutes max. At the end of the day, everything's back to normal. It helps me every night to stay on top of being like, hey, this is my cleaning time. I get everything set back to ready. Tomorrow we get a fresh day to do it all over again. And I'm not quite so stressed out about it because it's easy. If you don't have a ton of stuff, it doesn't take that long to get it put together. Karen, do you want your food or not? You got to put in the work if you want to have the stuff. Yeah, we've got different areas. So I've got to figure out, you know, we've got the one garden bed over there that we can prep and get ready. That one's full sun. And then I do have areas kind of back over here that have more like partial sun and more shade. So I need to sit down and kind of plan out, these are the foods, these are the best for our area, you know, this and that, and figure it out. And And container gardening. Maybe you want to just do container gardening. There's a lot of things that you can do in just simple pots and containers and move around. But there's literally a ridiculous amount of different things, really anything you can do to pull all of that together. You don't have an army of kids to help with it this year, so you're worried of your ability to build all the things. It is fun seeing, like, man, Travis, seeing Travis getting older and just being like more and more like handy and able. Like, he's gonna work on, we've got a bunch of little tiny, like, thin twiggy trees that have grown up over here that we need to get cleared out. And so he's going to work on getting those cut down. And we are going to build the fenced-in area for Olivia up here by the yard. We're going to attempt, this is our plan, to build that just with all of these little trees and do a very like natural rustic fence with that. So I'm super excited to work on that. That's our probably going to have to be one of the first projects that get done, because if Olivia doesn't have a way to be outside and like play, we're never going to get any projects done. So yeah, container garden is such an easy way to get started. I mean, we have some things that I'll probably do in containers still, just to like keep up close to the house and like easy. Like some things are just easier, I think, that way, but container gardening could definitely be a first step. I'm going to turn this down. It seems like the music got really loud all of a sudden. I don't really know why. At least it's not a creepy image anymore. Hello, Virginia. I missed the comment. Yeah. Yeah, Karen, is that not your specialty? So yeah, I'm excited to work on that and try some different things. Every year I have like tried and planned, and then between like just weddings and stuff, I'm never able to like keep up with it. So this year, not having all of that on my plate, hopefully that's something I can actually keep up on and do more with. Yeah, we're going to get you growing something this year, Karen. Come on now. You can, yeah, you can do all kinds of things if you know, to want to dress it up and things like that. But yeah, I definitely think start with the things that you would be truly excited for to grow. Like I see some people, they start gardens and they just want to garden like all of these different things. And I'm like, if you're not going to eat that and you don't like care about it, it's going to be hard to keep up on. So do something that you're actually like, it's going to save me money if I'm not having to buy this, and we're actually excited and we want to eat it. And then when you know, get going at that, like tomatoes are ridiculously easy, you know, like there's certain things that are just super duper easy. So start with that, and then kind of move on, you know, from there as time goes on. I know Tati is my gardening buddy. I love seeing the stuff last year and everything. And it's fun when you have other people that, you know, are interested in doing stuff like that. Yeah. Potatoes, onions. I think we should do a whole field of strawberries here, honestly, with the rate that my kids could eat strawberries. Me too. I love strawberries too, but, I'm like, we could do the whole field down there. I'd love to cover our hills in lavender. I think that would be super fun, but that's also kind of expensive. So, oh, how cool. My sister-in-law goes and gets bowling balls and fan blades from thrift stores and makes dragonflies and frogs with them. That's cool. Yeah, I would love to get a bunch of lavender and like do it covering the hills. I think that would be so pretty. I have a little lavender plant just in a container that sits out there, but I would love to do more like that, because then you can sell like the fresh lavender, you can dry it, you can do all kinds of things. I've got to do lettuce this year. I have started lettuce so many times and then not been able to like finish with it. So I definitely have to get on that. That would save us so much. I want to do eucalyptus. Yes. Thank you for reminding me. That was one that I would also love to do. I don't think I put it on my thing. Yeah, lavender isn't the quickest. And that's where it's like I would much rather buy the plants already and just plant them instead of starting from seed to kind of like help the process along. But we shall see. that budget is also like this big. So probably not necessarily going to happen. But again, work in progress. I'm a giver upper instead of fixer upper. That's funny. I want to do eucalyptus. That is a good idea. I forgot about that. Brandon, you and I, we talked about that before. Stop. And that's where I keep going back and forth too, because it's like we have so much space on the property, and I'm like, if we're going to be here, I think we need to find ways to make the property work for us. I just don't know what all that is. You know, it's like to have the space and just really praying over and thinking about the different ways. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Yeah, I would love to grow a bunch of eucalyptus. That would be fun. I know, that would be so exciting. So Tachi, it's not actually Tachi. We say it wrong all the time because we're ignorant Americans that don't know how to pronounce things. She is my gardening buddy, and she is coming down in April with her kiddos. Oh my gosh, exactly. I think we were watching a documentary like about koalas eating eucalyptus or something like that when we were like, oh man, we should totally grow that. So now we have room for koalas, just saying. Oh my gosh, and come on, who doesn't want like a koala rolling around? Obviously. They would have so much fun. I wonder how koalas and chickens get along. Hopefully well. Ours would, because they would be like snuggled and loved to death. So of course they would love hanging out with chickens, is my thought. That's us who's face. So we've been trying to make it work. We have cows, and I never saw that coming. 2 of our cows are going to be having their baby soon. Oh my goodness, that's so exciting. I would love to have cows. Karen, seriously, I pulled it up. It looks like you guys are like 3-ish hours apart. That would be so cool. Yeah, your sunroom's about ready to turn into a greenhouse for the seeding season. Yeah, that was ours, where last year we had so many issues just with Olivia, like trying to get the seeds started inside without her getting into them, that it was like, okay, this isn't working very well. So I don't know how exactly we're going to figure it out this year, because then I would move them outside, but the wind would knock them over. The chickens would get into them. It was like a constant thing. And then before we knew it, they destroyed most everything that we put together. So not many things had a chance. Those mini cows are so stinking cute. They are adorable. I kind of want some donkeys. I don't know. I want some donkeys. Although we've been watching a lot. No, they're literally miniature cows. They're like regular cows, but miniature size. So like they're super easy to have around a homestead and not as much meat to process and stuff. I know. I would love to have one. What are you scared of, weirdo? Have you been out? Oh, you are all muddy. Don't touch me. Zoe's out hunting down moles again. You're a mess. No, I'm not touching you. Yes, I would love to. Hey, Jennifer. I think donkeys would be fun. We've been watching Indigo Traveler on YouTube. I love his channel. And we just finished up the Afghanistan and Somaliland ones, and all the camels. I'm like, honey, what if we get a couple camels? That would be awesome. Yeah, there goes my clean force. Exactly. Zoe is a absolute disaster. I think alpacas would be awesome. I'd love to have some sheep. Koalas, obvious. We need to get a turkey again. I miss having the turkeys. And some miniature cows and some donkeys. Brandon, I don't think that's too much to ask for. I really don't. I really hope Jesus will let me have a pet lion. I know. Brandon, or no, not Brandon. I don't know. I'm thinking Lily is hoping that in heaven, Jesus puts her in charge of like Cat Island. She's like, I'll take care of all of them. So she would absolutely, she was like, hopefully I get to do all of that stuff. That would be so much fun. And Virginia wants to be in charge of the dinosaurs, I'm pretty sure. I'm amazed by all of you people keeping more than your children alive. Let the tithing campaign begin. Amen. I love it. I know we all miss turk. If you guys remember our turkey. Turkeys are so stinking cool. I don't think people like turkeys have like such a bad reputation about them that they're just dumb and whatever. Like we miss having our turkeys so much. Yeah, I really want to do sheep. Sheep would be amazing. Sheep, alpacas. I would love a donkey or two, probably two. Mini cows would be really cool. Definitely need more turkeys. So our chickens decided to, yeah, we love Heaven for Kids. Here's one of the chickens right now, baby Chi Chi. Our chickens finally have like gotten through their molting and all of the stuff, and so they've started laying been back on track with their laying. So we had 3 dozen eggs in the fridge this morning, and so we're back to making eggs like almost every morning, trying to keep up on it so we don't have our big copper bowl, if you guys remember from last year, that sat on the counter that held like 100 eggs at a time. So our chickens are back at it and happily laying, which is so fun. We love collecting eggs every day. I think it's so exciting. Yes, Heaven for Kids by Randy Alcorn. He made Heaven and then did a Heaven for Kid ones. And books are amazing. We recommend it all the time. And if you guys haven't already gotten, we start all of his books are really great. We start on March 2nd doing the Seeing the Unseen Randy Alcorn study. And so we are going to do that on the Home Church YouTube channel. So not on this channel, but all of your kids should read Heaven for Kids. Honestly, all of you should read Heaven for Kids. It is so good. But we are doing the Seeing the Unseen starting March 2nd, but it's going to be on the A&P Home Church channel. So make sure you search A&P Home Church, go subscribe to our YouTube channel over there. And that's where we've got more like focus studies and things like that. So I'll share it on here, but I really wanted to do it on there where, people can have all of that stuff together. So I am super excited. My mom and stepdad, they got a copy too, and he started to look at it. She was like, no, we're not started yet. Stop, wait. So we are going to do, I know, I wish I would have, and I think Randy Alcorn makes a great point. He's like, if Christians really understood heaven properly as scripture describes and discusses all of these things, I think it would make a huge difference in our daily lives and how we live today. So I think it is very, very important that we truly understand these things. Yeah, people get this idea like the eternal dentist, right? And that's, couldn't be further from. So I think it's very, very, very important that all of us and our kids really understand the truth of heaven scripturally and looking at these things, because I think it makes a huge difference. Yeah, I think you could definitely do the kids one just on Kindle, if you wanted to kind of read through with the kids. Hold on, let me grab it. Let me see.
Are you working today?
Hold on, honey. We gotta see if we can. Okay. I keep them at the ready at all times. You're not happy all the time. They're still crying. This is where it's so frustrating because churches often don't discuss these things. For the Bible study, there will be, and I shared it in the thing. So for the Seeing the Unseen, which I don't have up here. Okay, so for the Seeing the Unseen, you could totally, there's not like a lot, I think, necessarily to have to write in the book itself. There will be like a blog post each day to look further into the stuff, and there is a PDF packet that you can print out. If anything, if you want to have like a little notebook that you can journal in while we're doing it, you could totally do that. So Seeing the Unseen, you could totally do on Kindle, I think. Yeah. So unfortunately, I just think it's so sad and so frustrating. This is why Brandon is so passionate about talking about these things, that we don't truly understand life now, heaven, Christ's return, the kingdom. Hey, you made it. The millennial reign, the new heavens and new earth. Like, people don't properly understand these things, so then we have these like warped, messed up things. So we need to, that's where I think it is so important that we do need to understand these things. We do need to understand the millennial reign. We do need to understand, you know, all of this stuff, and our kids need to understand it, because it makes such a difference. Yeah, you could totally do Seeing the Unseen on Kindle, and then there is a little PDF like study packet, and then there'll be a little video each day of us just kind of talking through the different things and going through it. So you could totally get away with that. Let me go ahead and show, since I thought you were talking about heaven and I grabbed them. The Heaven book is a big one for the adults, and it has so much packed into this. I mean, Randy Alcorn, the work he put into this is phenomenal. This I would get like your actual like paper copy, so you could really dig into, because there is so much here. And then the Heaven for Kids, you could do on Kindle if you want to. I know we were talking about that, but it's basically got the same information as this one, just broken down. It's just broken down smaller with questions that kids would have interest in, and kind of discusses these things. Scripture is referenced for everything. It's amazing. Yeah, seriously though, these are like two of the most important books I think you guys could have and go through as a family, because this is very, very important to understand these things. I've never read Seeing the Unseen. I've been really trying to stay out of it, so I don't read ahead, as I want to read with all of you. Yes, I don't know if that cuts off. I'm so excited. I'm not going through it beforehand. I'm doing it with you guys all together, so I am super duper excited. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up with the things. She's 12 and she wants to do it. Absolutely. I think the kids should totally get involved with the Seeing the Unseen Bible study that we're going to do. So whole family, kids, the whole nine, like, have at it. Oh, very cool. Sabrina, I'm so glad you're on. Yes, get it. You could totally get it on Kindle. Like I said, there will be the little PDF packet if you want to print that out. He references like different blog posts that will kind of link up to some of the different ones that we can dig into kind of further in these things and just kind of talk about it. Yeah. Once you get it, you see why you can't find it secondhand quite as easy, because it's so good. Yeah, we will go through all of that. Highly recommend that the kids join in on the study too, like whole family do it, because again, if we like, it's to live as a citizen of heaven with your thoughts and your actions and everything focused on the eternal, when you don't understand it and you don't know about it and you're not properly, putting these things together. That is, I think that's a huge deal. And it should be more important as, we claim Christ and we claim, to be walking in his ways, but we don't understand these things. Like, to me, that just doesn't make sense. Oh, teaching watercolor. How fun. Yeah, go do that. Yeah, definitely. That would be, yes, that's Emily. That would be so much fun. I highly recommend that everybody gets together to do that. Go enjoy your lunch. Yeah, we should probably wrap this up here in a little bit. It's about that time. We are hopefully going to get some stuff done around here. So Seeing the Unseen, we're going to start that March 2nd, but go pull up AMP Home Church here on YouTube and subscribe to that channel, because that's where everything's going to be for that. I think most of you already are, but hey, glad for those that can hop on real quick. Yeah, that's why Brandon, if you guys go look through any of our Growing Up Churchy podcasts, Brandon has done so many about the kingdom and the millennial reign, 1,000-year reign, all of that type of stuff. He has done so many of that. He is going to be going through Matthew next and discussing even more, just like rightfully understanding the kingdom and what it is and how all of this works. So Sundays at noon is when we do the online home church service. So you guys are invited to come join us. Now I am really hungry, because now look at what's on the ad. Oh my gosh, Brandon, I'm starving. And so, he's going through that. So Sunday at noon, come and join us. Tomorrow, I've got to figure out what we're going to be doing for the kiddos and have something for them to do as well. And then Wednesday, Brandon is going through Bible prophecy and looking at the end times and things of that topic, studying into that. So you guys definitely have to come join us if you haven't already. But I think most of you know and are on there. Oh, Karen, your heart doing again. Yeah, everything tomorrow with the stuff for the going into Matthew, and then March 2nd we'll start that seeing the unseen. So you still have a little bit of time to get that was a huge burger. You've still got a little bit of time to get that done. Oh, praying you guys continue to feel better, Emily. That's awful. Get everybody feeling better. Yeah, I'm continuing to douse our family with elderberry syrup so that way we can get everybody good before it, everybody else gets the sniffles. So car is not going at all. Car is completely broken. We've got to try to get the battery out of it to make sure we can find this problem and that. And it's very frustrating. I don't know what we're going to do. So it kind of just is. Oh my gosh, Claudia, I miss you so much. It's so good to see you. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad you're here. We miss you tons and praying you're doing well all the time. Brandon and I, he's always like, I wonder how she's doing. I'm like, I know, we miss seeing you. Yeah, our car is completely down for the count right now. So Gina, who she's not on right now, she's doing some library stuff. Her daughter is sick. Her husband is a mechanic who specializes in our brand of car. And so we were Marco Poloing with him yesterday. I was out there at the camera, like showing him all the stuff. So he was really helping us out. What a blessing they were to us. He was kind of giving us a bunch of information. He researched the parts, linked them over, sent them to us and different things. So we are working on trying to figure it out. So we think we've got it narrowed down. Don't really have the means to fix it, so we'll figure that out when we get there, but we just have to get some stuff out, take it to the auto part, kind of make sure certain things are the cause of the issue. But it looks like hopefully we can get it figured out. But oh yeah, elderberry does not smell good in the process of making it, so hurry and get that made real quick, because that's no fun. We're hoping that it's not the alternator. So we're just taking care of a few things. The thing that really stinks is that the batteries, because this March will be 5 years that we've had this car. I had to pull out all the paperwork yesterday to find it. And when we got it, they told us we had to buy all new batteries and do all of this stuff. Hey, Jesse, you made it. And so when we did that, it was like $500. And they told us like this was the best of the best, like from the actual dealership, all these things, whatever. And so when we were talking with Gina's husband, he was like, oh my gosh, no, I hate those ones. They're so expensive. They're trash. You're lucky it even lasted this long, blah, 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 blah. He starts telling us all this information. I'm like, oh, that's great to know. So the one we need is $200, not $500. Thank goodness. And I don't have $200, but when we do and figure it out, that instead of that, which is amazing, it makes you so frustrated though that you'll go to some places and they totally sell you on you have to have this and you have to have that. And then to talk to someone who's done this for years and years and years and like knows what he's talking about, it's like, oh, cool. Appreciate that. Good to know. So, he got online and he researched. He was like, no, get this one. This one's really good quality. It's perfect for your car, whatever. So that was to have all of that information anyways. So now we just have to, our battery is underneath our like passenger seat, and to get to it, it's kind of a pain. We had to get it charged just enough to even be able to move the seat up, but then it won't stay charged. It's like a whole disaster. So we finally got it moved up. He sent us a video for how to like get in and like dismantle everything to get to the battery. So we have to go and try to do that now after we get done doing this and take it in to make sure that that is indeed at least one of the issues. Then when we're able to replace the battery and get a new one put in, we can go and check and the other things. But he really thinks based off of all these other things that it's probably that. Yeah, that's very true. You definitely get that, with different things, but it's just one of those one of those things that it's like, I just want to get it done. Hopefully, if we can get this going, get the car going again and make sure that like nothing else is wrong, that would be great. We're a 1-car family. So when you don't have a car, really stinks because you can't do anything. So just kind of is one of those things. When it happened though, it was one of those like, are you kidding me? No, I don't want to do this, but we'll figure it out eventually, hopefully. Anyways, get it done. So yeah, that's it. We're kind of stuck sitting. The fact that that's awesome that you're able to help him with that. The fact that throughout all of these things, God has my brother-in-law here now is like our saving grace, because otherwise we would have like no way to access anything. I don't know what on earth we would do. Yeah, it's been like the longest year already. We just got started, right? So thankfully he's here, and so I have, you know, someone that I can go to. Oh, thank you. To have somebody here to help us, you know, to go into to do any of this stuff is such a blessing. So we definitely really appreciate, you know, him helping for that. And that's been really, really nice. So we'll figure it out, right? It all comes together eventually. I mean, it is what it is. So I think we're going to do, you know, so definitely you guys come and join us, set a reminder. So noon tomorrow, Brandon's going to do his introduction, kind of starting off. He's going to go into Matthew. That's going to be our next book that we do with church service. We'll have something for the kiddos tomorrow. And then Wednesdays, he's going through the end times and Bible prophecy. So that's a really fun series, again, just to see like all the stuff that we still have to look forward to. And then March 2nd, we're starting the Seeing the Unseen by Randy Alcorn, that Bible study. So that will be on the A&P Home Church YouTube channel. So it won't be on this channel. It'll be on there. When we get the first one posted, I'll be sure to, you know, kind of link it so that way you guys know if you haven't found it already. But that's what we'll be doing on there. And then I'm thinking most definitely that the Monday homemaker videos are going to be kind of all on this, just reason for minimalism, kind of working on the home, working on that process, because I know there's so many of you that are either wanting to start that process, have started it, and I think it's just a great discussion point, because again, it's the heart of the issue and not just that kind of surface level, you know, I want things to look pretty and uncluttered, you know. I think it's so much deeper than that. So it's kind of what I touched on into the blog that posted today, but we're going to be digging deeper into it. Oh, and that book that I got from the thrift store, I know you'd mentioned something about that, about like, I don't know, I started it. I want to keep reading because I don't want to like totally give up on something right after starting it, but I started it and it was a little like, you never know sometimes when you just pick random stuff up. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I did see that the Pioneer, is that what it was? It was like the real popular one, and this one comes after that. So I'm not exactly sure how I feel about it, but we're working on it. Yeah, and like for me, like people say, oh, okay, I'm a minimalist except for everything, you know, everything but chickens and plants. It's the heart of the issue. It's what, you know, what's important and what are you holding on to? What are you focused on? And so I think the routine and the process of it makes life so much easier. And I think it definitely helps us to keep our hearts in check. Yeah. Thank you for that. Again, I just picked it up because it was like, oh, cool, Pioneers. Like, this is what we've been talking about watching. Like, I'll go ahead and grab this. It was like 50 cents. And I started reading it and I was kind of like, I don't quite know how I feel about this book. So I'm going to keep reading a little bit more though, to see. So when you said that, I was like, that's so funny. But yeah, like, where is it? I could totally overdo it and have like way more plants and it would be, you know, definitely past that point. I enjoy Letters of a Homestead Woman. Okay. I'll have to look that up when I get done. When we get done, do you mind Instagram messaging me that? Sometimes it is so hard to go back and try to pull up all of these comments after we get off of here, but I want to look that up. Letters of a Homestead Woman. Try to remember it though. Thank you. It's so hard to try to pull these up and find some of these things. But yeah, I think minimalism, I think it is an important topic. I think, like you guys shared, simply living for him. Karen, she says that line of the more you search for Jesus, the less you need all this stuff. Is that how, the more you seek Jesus, maybe that was the word. But I think it really is an important topic, and one that, isn't super popular. Like, you have, I think, two sides of the spectrum in our society. You have one that like idolizes minimalism, and like, that was those videos were like, oh, look at me, I on the floor, I don't even own furniture, and that's silly. But then you have the other side of it where, the American dream, the bigger, better, more stuff, all of the things, you have to have the house with all of the storage, because where are you going to put all the stuff? And it's like, well, why do you have that much stuff to store? That doesn't really make sense. Like, do you really need all of that? Why don't we just keep the things we need, and we trust God to provide what we need, and we can let the rest go to someone who is in need truly. So that's our process, because it's time. I mean, about every season, I usually tend to kind of go through the process in our house, just to kind of keep, okay, Letters of a Woman Homesteader. Oh, I'm excited. That sounds exciting. I think about once a season, it's kind of good just to kind of go through and assess our homes and what we have. It's important that we're keeping on top of these things. So, it's just that time to do that in my house anyway. So I might as well share all of that with you guys, because that's what we do. See, so when you guys come to visit, you guys will be able to walk in and like do whatever you need to do, because you know where everything is. I know Sherry said that too. Like when they would come to visit, she was like, oh, we know where all the things are. So yeah, that's that. I guess I should probably let you all go. So that way I can we're going to pull up the video, see if we can get the battery out of our car. Because that will be a fun, joyous process, I'm sure. And then hopefully wrangle up some lunch and things to figure this out. You guys lift Brandon up in prayer. He has had really not a great week, but he is just really, I mean, this over the weekend, he is even more so just focused in scripture, in reading. You guys come and join us for church tomorrow as he starts off this new Matthew series. Jess, I am so happy for your family, and praying for you guys as you get to start this homeschool journey for next year. You've got all summer and everything to figure it all out, and know that you get to work it and change it up as much as you need to and make it work for you guys. Focus on training them up in the ways of the Lord, and everything else falls together. It really is that easy. So you guys have a great day. Come join us for church tomorrow. Make sure you get the Seeing the Unseen. Pull it up on your Kindle, or order the book, whatever you want to do, so that you can join us for that. It is true. I want a great many things I haven't got, but I don't want them enough to be discontented and not enjoy the many blessings that are mine. Oh my goodness. Yes, I need to look that up, because I think I really need to read that book. Yes, very excited for Matthew. Please lift Brandon and Travis up in prayer for Travis to be feeling better, and all of the good things that they are doing as they are focusing on trying to serve anyone God puts before them, right? So you guys all have a great day. See you have videos and stuff this week. See you for church tomorrow. And yeah, I guess that's all of the things. It was great getting to catch up with you guys. Lifting you all up in prayer as well. If there's anything we can do for you, please just reach out to us directly, so that way we can answer any questions or serve in any way that we can. But otherwise, you guys enjoy your Saturday, and we will see you tomorrow at church, and then the rest of this week with all the videos. Bye, guys.